In sport, we're told that when you lose, you should do so with dignity. But sadly, Republicans on the Hill didn't learn that lesson at school. Instead, after witnessing the Supreme Court's decision on healthcare, many are now lashing out in revenge against the Attorney General. At this very moment, lawmakers are debating and voting on 2 counts of contempt against Eric Holder. We're joined now from Washington by Senator Barbara Mikulski, Democrat of Maryland. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi there, Martin. It's a big day here.
Indeed, but there's something of a circus going on right now on the other side of Capitol Hill from where you are. You've been in Congress for 35 years. Did you ever see anything as vindictive and as meaningless as what Republicans are doing right now, at this moment, to the Attorney General?
Well, it certainly is not the old-school Republicans I know, like Bob Dole, or others who were the World War II generation. This is mean, it's vindictive, and I think all of the venom that they have towards President Obama, they're taking out on Eric Holder. And boy, are they grouchy today because of the Supreme Court ruling that upheld the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act. And rather than being such sore losers, we ought to be concentrating on what we can do to help more people be winners, like creating jobs, implementing this health care bill, and bringing our troops home.
Indeed. We're waiting for a vote. We understand that the members of Congress are actually still debating at the moment. We're beginning to learn about this specific operation, though. Given the efforts of Eric Holder that he's made in disclosing as many documents he can, and given that any court hearings are unlikely to take place within about 3 years, what is the point of this process other than a witch hunt, a show trial, a complete waste of time, when you know, Senator, when you know full well there's a transportation bill that needs to be passed and student loans need to be prevented from doubling by Saturday?
Well, that's exactly right. I think that this is a distraction against governing. I think it's venom against President Obama. And right now, in terms of the student loan bill, the clock is ticking. If we don't act before July 1st, interest rates with student loans will go from 3% to 6%. So we are penalizing our young people who are working hard, want to take their God-given talents, get an education to make a contribution to America. We are spending too much time on too many of the wrong things. You know what I'm frustrated about, Martin?
Please tell us.
When all is said and done, more is getting said than getting done. Then there's this highway bill. If we can pass it over the weekend, this will be the closest we come to an infrastructure bank, actually putting people to work in construction, from engineering to the people right out there digging dirt. And what will it do? We'll have roads, we'll have bridges, we'll have better public safety, and better infrastructure for our country. This is what we should be doing, not going after Eric Holder. And today we had this great statement by the Supreme Court upholding the Affordable Care Act. This is going to be great for jobs. It gives certainty to business, large and small, certainty to families, so they'll know they'll have the insurance that they can count on, not be denied it on the basis of pre-existing conditions. America wants us to stop squabbling and start working.
Senator Barbara Mikulski, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.